Hello family, welcome to Heal, Rise and Thrive with Dr. Nhlanhla. I'm with my beautiful, gorgeous, handsome prince, my one and only. Please introduce yourself to the family.
Hi family, my name is Olwami Maseko and I am the child of Sylvia Maseko Nhlanhla, the CEO of the African Health Excellence Awards, and Dr. Nhlanhla. And I'm a 16-year-old living my best life with Auntie Nhlanhla by my side. So I'm very excited for this.
My son, can you tell me, how has it been being yourself with a mother that's such a powerhouse?
I'd say it's been a bit hectic, but it's also very nice. I think the thrill of always having to run around with her, the thrill of me always doing work with her,
yes.
It's very nice. I mean, having a mother who's such a powerhouse also inspires me, but it doesn't only inspire me, but also those that I live with, whether be it my siblings, friends. That's it, the type of relationship I have with my mom, and yeah.
So who are you?
Who am I?
Yes, outside of your mother, because now we want to know you.
A very good question,
yes.
But I, as I've said, I'm Olwami Maseko, a 16-year-old, someone who is I'd say I'm very smart. I'm very smart.
Oh,
I'm very smart, fearfully and wonderfully made, and I'm someone that is into software engineering, marketing, graphic designing. I think I fall under all the spheres of, and I'm also a server at church. That is who Olwami is in a nutshell.
Okay, you know what I stand for, ne? So you're so dear to my heart. So I just want you to explain to our family, having to get somebody like me, like Dr. Nhlanhla says, I'm now your auntie, just because your mom is a powerhouse like that, or just because Dr. Nhlanhla decided, this beautiful human being is so bubbly, supportive. I've seen you work with your mom. You're very good at your job. I don't know what you do. You wear a lot of hats and you wear them well.
Yeah, thank you.
I cannot even put you in one. Now you were changing things. Yeah, I'm like, where is he? Where is he now? And then all of a sudden, he's back here with me. Just tell me, how do you maneuver around that?
Yeah, I think it's very hectic. I mean, having to one moment I'm in production, the next I'm at registration. It's very hectic, right? Because of the many hats I have to wear.
Yes.
But I think one thing I've learned from my mom is whatever hat you wear it excellently so. You know? Be excellent, excel in what you do.
Definitely.
So I think having to now one moment I'm in production. Obviously my whole focus is not going to be on production, but I need to give them my best. Whenever I'm at registration, interacting with guests, red carpets and all that, I need to make sure that I excel in all of that. So I also don't know how to do it. I do not have a recipe on how to do it.
You know what?
But as time goes by, yes.
You're very good.
Thank you.
I see you, when you're sitting next to me, someone will come. Tap on I'm like, I guess, and then you will change like that. So can you tell me a bit more about your childhood, if you want us to tap into it?
Okay, my childhood was a very nice childhood. I'm not going to lie and say I struggled growing up.
Don't lie.
I'm not going to lie and say I struggled growing up and all that. I had, I think, the childhood that most people envision to have, because first, growing up until I was about 8 years old, I was an only child.
Yes.
So it was very nice, every now and again we're going to restaurants as a family, I'm treated like the only child. But now when I had a sibling, obviously things had to change, the full focus was not on me only. So I think I adjusted very well. As much as, obviously now the full attention is not on me. I mean, first sibling, So it's a boy child.
It's a boy child.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
so,
that's nice.
But I was very excited. I was very excited, taking away the fact that now I'm not an only child and all that. So I think I had a very nice childhood. I went to a nice school.
Yes.
It was very nice.
Good.
Very nice, yeah.
Okay, I love the fact that you mentioned that you are so invested in church. What can you tell me about your outreach in that space?
Now reaching that space. Okay, let me start off saying that I come from a very Christian family, right? I think from my grandparents to my mom, my aunts and uncles, we're very Christian much. So whenever I go to church, I always have this thing of I need to serve with excellence. I need to, whether I'm in production at church, whether I'm live streaming, whether I'm telling the guys that the sound is not proper and all that. And sometimes I don't serve to be seen, but I serve because of what I know that it does for me, So yeah, that's me at church. I'm a very nice person at church. Everyone knows me.
You're nice everywhere, my baby. You must understand that you are actually nice everywhere.
Yeah.
I've watched you.
Yeah.
So, okay, with school, how did it go from primary school going to secondary school? And I know you guys don't say secondary. Do you still say secondary?
It's not.
Oh my God, high school. Yes.
But yes,
how did it go
from primary, I think my pre-primary, I've always been the child of I'm changing schools because, with my mom having to work and all that, obviously sometimes we're moving to different places. But I'd pretty much say from my grade R to grade 6, I stayed in the same school. I didn't change. Okay. And then, my school was nice, school was a fun place to be, as much as now in this era, I'm like, do I really have to go to school? Like, is school really a necessity?
You see business,
but
you're like...
I see business, I'm like, I think this is where I want to be. But yeah, from primary, it was a nice setup. It was a nice setup. My mom drives me to school every morning, and all that. So it was very nice. As much as, most of the time when she was at work, because she'd work for like a whole week, and then she'd like go Monday, come back on Friday evening, and all that. But I think I still had a good primary life. Going into high school was hectic because I think I've changed about 3 or 4 schools so far.
Wow.
But now, but yeah, going into high school, it was a nice transition. It wasn't an easy transition, but it was a nice transition because now I got to be able to now interact with different people. Yes. I think me changing schools constantly teaches me how to interact with different people from different backgrounds, because obviously we're not all from the same family setup and all that.
That's the best thing you can ever have.
So it teaches me how to interact with other people, whether be it people above me, below me, at the same capacity as me. So in high school I think I've changed about grade 8 I was in a different school, grade 9 I was in a different school, now I'm in a different school, I'm changing again to another school. So I think in every school that I'm in, it teaches me something. It teaches me how to relate with other people. It teaches me to be understanding of other people and their situations. And
look, I love that. I always say, being in a box makes you to understand the world. Travel. We're from Mpumalanga, we stay in Mpumalanga. If I stay in Mpumalanga and I don't expand myself, yes, it's my beautiful community and I love it with my might. But if you don't get out of it and go see what the next person is doing, I love that you actually just embrace the fact that you being exposed to different schools, it allowed you to see that this other person takes life like this other person takes life like this. So how can another child who doesn't have the same privileges as you do, I don't know if I'm saying it right when I'm saying privileges, because you can come for me for that, but no, I mean in a sense that you've seen different types of people, you are church orientated, you are work ethic good, clock that. You are an inspiration to the other young boy child, the young girl child, So what advice would you give to them, and what would you say to them to say, you are not in my space, but then when you relate to them, how would you relate to that other child that doesn't have those things that you have?
I think I'd start off by saying one thing: embrace change. I think it's important for you to be able to not only maybe fixated on a certain kind of group or a certain class of group of people, be able to, when now I leave here maybe and go sit maybe at a table with big people, I'd say be very communicative. Don't just sit and not do anything, be communicative, interact with the people. get to know them better, you know,
Yes,
try getting to know them better, even if it might seem as if you're forward and all that.
Yes, yes.
But you interacting with those people shows that you care, you want to know more, hence they now be able to be open to you, you know.
That's the only way we learn.
That's the only way we learn. And also, I think another important thing when
Yes.
you're interacting with different people
Yeah.
is understand that you're interacting with different people.
Yes.
You're interacting with people that maybe don't have the same emotional intelligence,
Yes.
people that are not on the same level of maybe maturity,
Yeah.
not in a bad way, but
Not in a bad way.
But yeah, people that are not on the same level. So
Yeah.
you need to be able to adjust.
You must be able to say,
yes.
I'm there by the Kasi. Now you're going to
Exactly.
speak Kasi.
Exactly. You need
Now
to
when
be
I'm
able-
sitting in a
yes.
panel of judges, I'm like,
You know, you need to have
yes.
etiquette, carry yourself, you know. So the different etiquette that you have around
I
different
get you.
people is I think I'd say for me something important when you're interacting with different people. So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so how is it like to be you in general, just you? If you would summarize it for us in 3 words, let's say. I'm sorry I'm giving you a test and you're at school, but anyways.
I ran away from school and
now you're here and Nhlanhla's doing the same thing. So, but then in 2, like maybe 3 words, yeah, who is my
Olwami?
beautiful prince? Yes.
Olwami. Olwami is an intelligent,
Yes.
kind,
Yes.
loving human being.
You've
Simple.
summarized it.
Summarize
that? I love it.
I've summarized it, yeah.
I'm so happy that I got the chance to talk to you.
I'm also very
I know we're
happy.
going to do other series
Yes,
because you
I'm
are all
very happy.
over. You are all over the show.
I feel like
And I
if
love it for you.
And if I was given an hour, I was going to use my hour to the best of it.
So,
But
okay, my
yes.
baby. So thank you so much for sharing with the community.
That's my
And keep on
pleasure.
doing what you're doing. You know, not all boy children raise themselves, because I can't say Mama Sylvia raised you, because you choose who you want to be. So I'm so grateful that you've got the mental capacity that you have, and I want you to say shine all the way. I'm
Thank
behind you.
you.
You know, Auntie's always behind you.
I know you're always behind me.
So I love you, my baby. So my beautiful son, what would you say to the young boy that's there at home looking at this and watching us here in our channel, and we're inviting him to our family? What would you advise? What would you think would help them to thrive wherever they are, to rise beyond whatever circumstances that they are facing, to heal from whatever wounds that they are suffering from? What would you say?
For me, I'd say someone that comes from maybe a disadvantaged background. I think there's opportunities everywhere. I think there's always an opportunity for something, as long as you have a certain vision of what you want, and opportunity is always there, you know. So for me, I would say a boy child that's out there looking at this and, you know, is maybe struggling with something. I think being open, for example, right, when it comes to whatever that you're dealing with, right, I don't believe in keeping things to yourself. I believe in talking about it, right? So whatever problem it is that you're facing, speak about it. Find a safe space to talk about it, you know, because now you're just gonna commit suicide out of the blue and you're not gonna know what caused it, you know. But if you're able to talk about it, find help on it, then you're able to be helped and feel better, you know. So I think number 2 is finding a safe space, and then number 3, I think something that is very important is always embracing change, and always understanding that everything happens for a reason, and every season has a reason, you know. I'm so sorry to go to the Bible, but there's a book in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 that speaks about there's a time for everything, there's a season for everything. So you just need to understand that the season that I'm in now, it might be a dry season, but it's not a permanent season, you know. You need to understand that the season that I'm in now is maybe a test for you to see, Uguti, how can you be better, for the betterment of yourself, you know. You need to, yeah, man, just in overall, you need to embrace change, because I will go on a rampage. But yeah, what's important is that you need to express change. You need to be content with yourself. I think that's another very important thing. Be content with yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people, but instead be inspired by them. Be inspired for you to become better. You know, don't have this thing of, man, Karen is better than me. Why does Karen get this? Why does Karen get that? But be inspired by Karen, that all my days, Karen has this. I also want to be like Karen. I also want even better than Karen. You know, and all that. So yeah, I think in summary, that was just a little bit, but yeah.
But anyways, thank you
you
so much for being with us.
It's a pleasure.
I pray to God that He continues blessing you.
Thank you.
Pray for your healing each and every day.
Thank you.
I pray for you to rise beyond measures. And I know I've seen you drive, and I want you to continue doing so. And this family loves you and embraces you.
Thank you so much. Nami, I'm so honored to be a part of the show. You know, it's my first time, and I feel like I'm already nailing it.
You're a natural.
But I'm a natural at this.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for having me, and I'm so excited to be on many more episodes. And yeah.
Family, this is what it is. Life is about this. You embrace who you are. You ask God for what you want. You come, you show up, and then blessings comes flowing. What we always say here at home is that we heal, we rise, and we thrive in all that we do. That will give us the excellence in our community and beyond. Bye, family.